So this is Juliana, this is my daughter. I'm gonna be doing different hairstyles on her, and hopefully you guys can get an idea of how to do hairstyle on her. Hair length is about shoulder length, a little bit longer than that, and she's got, you know, straightish wavy hair, and I'm gonna show you how to do some hairstyles on her. I'm just gonna give y'all an idea of how I do the braid. So I'm gonna do it on her, but just to show y'all how to handle it, like with your hands, I'm going to show y'all. So this is Jenny. Jenny is my little practice tool until I start working on real hair. Her hair is really easy to work with, but I just want to give y'all an idea of how to do this braid. Okay, so hopefully this is a better angle recording this, but all right, so I'm just gonna section the hair out, grab 3 pieces. So I just grab it kind of like in the middle, and then try to make sure it's as even. I'd rather have the middle skinnier than the outsides, because the outsides is really what you're gonna see. So the way we're gonna do it is the right side, I'm gonna grab with my thumb like this. Same with the left side, I'm gonna grab with my thumb, okay? So right now what you should have is outside with thumb, both outsides with your thumb, and the middle is what we're gonna be moving around. So first what we do is, I'm going to start with moving the very left side, and I'm gonna move it over to the middle. So this was the middle, and I'm putting this now into the middle, okay? And so now that this is in the middle, we're gonna move this one into the middle, like this. So every time I'm always grabbing it with my thumb, and then you just kind of pull as you do it. So then back to the outside, moving this into the middle. So you got this one I just put in the middle, you got this one on the outside, and you got this one on the outside, okay? So then I'm gonna take this and bring this one, bring it into the middle. Grab it with these 2 fingers, like that. So I got this right here on the bottom, and I got this. Make sure they're always separate. The more you practice this, the better it is. It gets easier. So now that I've got this to the middle, I'm gonna need this outside to come to the middle. So now this comes into the middle, and grab it with your thumb and pointer. Now it's in the middle. So now we're gonna do this side. Okay, grab this, put it in the middle. Now that you got that in the middle, whatever's on this side is going to come around, okay? So it's just like grab, 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 grab. So as you do it, it gets really easy. Like, it looks simple, but it does take some practice. So that's just an idea of how to get this in. I'm going to reverse this Jenny's head, and I'll show you how to do it when you're on the right side of the head. Okay, so same thing here. Just take your section. Okay, you're gonna get your 3 sections like that. Got my 3 sections. Okay, remember how to hold it. Get your thumb in and your other thumb in on both outsides. That middle one can just stay alone. So I start with the one on the bottom, and I'm gonna flip it into the middle and grab it with my pointer and thumb. I grab the one that was in the middle, and I'm gonna replace it to the same side the other one came from. So now we need to take the outside, grab it with your pointer and thumb, and now put that one in the middle. Same thing, back on the outside, pointer and thumb in the middle. Grab it, pointer and thumb in the middle. Pointer and thumb in the middle. So as you do it, it gets super easy, and you can see the braid forming. So what I usually do when I work on Jules' hair is I grab sections, but this is just kind of like how I would position my hand when I do the actual braid. So I'm gonna put her head back to the way it was. And what I usually do is, so I don't have hair in her face, like you saw all this hair was sticking out, I like to grab it as I go. I just wanted you guys to see the technique of how to just do the braid in the first place. So I'll show you how I grab it. Okay, same thing.
Mommy, what are you doing?
I'm doing hairstyle because I'm gonna do it on you soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Thumb and pointer, go in the middle,
Mommy, what's
take
her
this to
name?
the outside. Jenny, this is Jenny. So now what I do is, as I grab this one, I'm gonna grab a section of hair and put it. So you see I already have this one still holding on, and this pointer and thumb, that's the hair that I grabbed from the outside. I'm just going to add a little bit more into it so it grabs some hair. Okay. And then grab the outside of this side, pointer and thumb, and do the same thing. I'm going to grab some hair and put it in there. So you include it with that hair. So now, got that middle out on the outside. Whoops. Jenny's head just fell. Okay. And you do the same thing. Grab some hair, put it in that section, move her to the middle, grab the other hair, pull some hair in, like that. And then you just keep repeating as you grab hair, and you keep braiding all the way. I'm just gonna spray her hair down, brush it out. I'm just spraying this with just a detangler. Any detangler works. She has a lot of tangles in her hair sometimes, so it just helps with detangling the hair and making it easier to brush because she's very sensitive scalp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take a little comb and I'm gonna split it in the middle. Just like that. And then make sure that line is nice and even. This one is called the Anna braid because she loves Elsa and Anna. So I'm going to do the Anna braid on her. This refers back to how to do that braid like we did on the Jenny the mannequin. So what we're gonna do is grab that triangle like that. You have a triangle section, just with your finger. Split it into 3, like that. And I'm going to put my fingers and get underneath the middle, grab this section like that. And then as you grab it, you're gonna take the top one and pull it down. And you're gonna grab that outside with your pointer and thumb and bring that into the middle. Twist over, grab a section, and pull that into your thumb. I'm going to get that middle, keep that in the middle, twist the outside into the middle, and grab some hair. So twist it, grab some hair, like that, put it into that thumb and pointer, take that top section, and now that's gonna be onto the outside. And then you're gonna take this over here, grab it, and pull it into the middle. Make sure you keep it tight as you do it. Put it into that, take that top section, bring it to the outside. And you're gonna twist it. Grab it like that, and you're gonna take the more hair and put it in with that thumb. And you grab this one. This is gonna be your outside now. And twist, bring to the middle. Section, that, twist, bring this to the middle, grab your section, put it into your thumb, bring this top one to the outside. And just grab all the hair as you do it before you get to the nape of the neck, because then it could be loose and you don't want that looseness to show. So now that you're at the end, all you gotta do is just regular braid. So take the outside, bring it to the middle, take this outside, bring it to the middle, take the outside, bring it to the middle, and we're going underneath the hair. We're not going over, underneath, like that. And then as you get to the bottom, you take your rubber band and put that in. And now what you want to do is, so since she's got fine, thin hair, we're going to take our comb and we're going to comb in those gaps. We don't want those gaps to show because that's from when you were pulling the hair, it created those lines. So we're going to cover that up so it looks like she's got thicker hair. Okay, and then we're gonna go and make these braids look bigger. So what I do is grab at the very tips and pull all the way down like that. Pull and pull. So you're just gonna make sure you grab only the outside because that's where it's going to widen. If you grab it from the inside, it's gonna pull out the hair from the braid. So if you do it from the outside, it looks bigger. Just like that. And now you got one side of the braid done. And now we're gonna work on the next section. So now we're gonna do the next section and I'm just gonna spray it down with that detangler. Her hair's starting to get frizzy again, so I'm just gonna kind of calm it down a little bit. And this really helps with her having sensitive head because she cannot handle it. Comb that through. All right, so now this side, we're gonna do the same thing, but the crossover starts from the outer side of her face. So whichever way that her head is facing, you're gonna always start from the outside. Like on this side, we started with the right side. On this side, we're gonna start with the left side. I'll show you what I mean. Like that. Split into 3. Outside being thicker, inside not as thick, and then put your pointer into this section and you're going to twist it over like that. So your finger should look like that so that you're grabbing it all at the same time. This is the middle section and I'm going to pull this already over to the right and then I'm going to grab this outside and pull hair into that section. This is the middle, I'm bringing it to the outside, twist and grab that hair. Now pull the hair in, middle section, pull it to the outside. Grab your hair, put it into your thumb, get that middle, put it to the outside.
No.
Yes. And then you're gonna make sure that where you're grabbing the hair, you're grabbing it from that line. Her part is kind of wobbly where it kind of moves over to this side, so make sure whatever you're grabbing from that middle line. All right, so this is the middle, put it in between your thumb, twist the outside into the middle, grab your hair, put it with that. This section, put it to the outside, twist this in, and grab this hair, put it in to the thumb. This is gonna take practice, but as you get a hang of how you should hold it, it gets so much easier. Grab your hair, put it into there. So you see I just put it into here. This is still the middle section and it's separated. And then you're gonna move that to the outside, twist this in, grab the hair from that part, and put it into the thumb. The rest of the way, you're just going to braid it all the way down. Outside, going inward, and you're going into the middle. And then put your rubber band in like that. I'm gonna comb it to make sure that those hairs don't get in the way with the lines, like that. So make sure there's no gaps. Make it look nice and thick. And then start from the top, pull from the very outer corner. And usually what I like to do for the front is, look up baby. I just like putting her little baby hairs in the front, and then I'll just swoop it like that. And put those in her hair, whichever direction you want it to be. If you want it towards the front, you can do it towards the front, or if you want her, she usually gets it in the back, you can do it towards the back like that. Whichever works for you guys. And that's her hair.
I'm so beautiful.
Yes, you are.
Mwah.
Good job. This is called the Elsa Braid.
Yeah, because
So she usually likes it on whatever side, so she said she wants it on this side today. We're going to
stop.
put her hair however you want the part in the front to look. So I'm gonna use this part like this. So then I can figure out a way to start that braid. So since we got a little part in there, it's not gonna be a full part. We're gonna start again the same way with the section, triangle section, like this. In and under. So you got all three of those sections there. So this is the middle one. I'm going to go on the outside, bring the other one in the middle, twist, make that braid tight. But for this hairstyle, we're not going to be grabbing from the inside. We're going to be grabbing only from the outside. And it's going to give a different effect. And I'll show you as it comes up. That. Okay. Push that in like that. Grab her hair. Put that into the bottom with the thumb. Twist it, grab the middle. We're not grabbing hair from the top, just from the bottom. Keep it tight. So we got this bottom down here. We're gonna add this section into that twist, grab the section. And now as you start going towards the back of the neck, you're gonna wanna start putting your hand a little bit lower because you don't want that braid to stay up here. You want it to kind of come down. So I'm gonna let loose a little bit, put my hand towards the lower side, grab a bigger section, put it inside. Okay, this goes to the outside, twist this in, grab the hair, and I feel like I can go a little bit lower, so I'm going to set my hand a little bit lower. Get the section, twist, okay. So the way that you hold it is the direction that it's going. Now I'm gonna start grabbing a little bit more chunks, bigger chunks, because as it comes towards the end, we don't want it to be loose by the ear. Always only grabbing from the bottom. Okay. And you can see that braid forming. And she's got some layers in her hair, so I'm just gonna grab the rest of that hair from the bottom and put it into that section. And then that should be the last section. Yep. And then her layers are just popping out. Like that, all the way down. Under each middle level. And go ahead and put that in, and then you can grab your little clip, put it in. So her layers kind of popped out. You could just use some bobby pins, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab my comb and fill in those gaps.
So bad.
And if you want to put bobby pins in, you can. I prefer not to because the way she moves around, those bobby pins just end up making the hair look worse. But you see how high it is? So if you brought your hand lower, you can bring it down to the nape of her neck. But this, you get the idea of how we can do it. And then any gaps right here. Okay, so this is the look. Look at baby.
What's your look? Yeah.
And that's what it looks like. All right, so I actually didn't like the way that it looked, the way it was sitting up. So I'm gonna redo it again, but I'm not gonna explain the whole thing because I feel like you guys get the idea. So I'm just redoing it so that you can see what it looks like if you did lower your hand. I guess I didn't lower it enough to where her braid was lower instead of as high as it was. So I'm just gonna redo it without any explanation. So that is the look. Got a little hair in your way, all these layers. But you can see how I went lower this time instead of as high. You wanna look at the camera?
Hello. My name is Elsa Braid because I'm Ariel.
That's what it looks like. All right, so the next look we're gonna do is called the Rapunzel hairstyle. So what we do is,
Rapunzel.
yes, we're gonna take the middle section right here. Not yet. So you just wanna grab like the first half, leave some hair on this side, leave some hair on this side, and we're just going to braid it and then pull hair from the side. So 3 sections, pull in and out. Grab it and do that braid. And now we're going to grab from each side. So they're not separated anymore. Now everything is going to be coming to the middle. And you do the braid the same way we did for all of the other looks. Down. Just grabbing sections like how we were grabbing before, and now we're just doing all of the sections together and bringing it all to the middle. And this, you can stop wherever you want to stop. Sometimes people like to just do the braid at the top and then put it into a ponytail. But I like to do it all the way down just because it seems more out of her face. She like always has it, hair in her face. Layers coming out. Just gonna try to tuck that in with the braid. All the way down. and put it up. Just like that. And then we're gonna take our comb, go and do the gaps. There we go. And the other side. Okay. And I'm just gonna go through and do those braids. And then you can put a little bow at the end, cover up that rubber band, or you can leave it, doesn't matter how you do it. Like that. There we go. And she has her little flyaways from her layers, but you get the idea. And this is what it looks like. Alright, so for the next look, we're going to be splitting her hair in two. You can do this however you want. If you want to do a part, you can do a part. I just think it looks better when there's a middle part for it. And pretty much what we're doing is we're getting this section ready for where we're putting her. We're gonna do some braids on the side. What I do is, same thing as we always do. Start with the triangle. Do the 3 pieces. I grabbed it a little thinner than usual because we're not gonna be grabbing a lot of hair. So, making it tight, and then we're gonna add some hair. Put that in there. Grab some hair.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Mommy.
You can grab some hair, put that in. It's the same way that we've done all the braids. Nothing is different except for the style. Okay. And I'm gonna grab this last piece by the ear. And I think I'm gonna stop there. And then the rest of the way down, we're just gonna braid it without adding anything. Okay, so we got one side done. Now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Fill in those gaps on the other side. Should be the last one, right by her ear.
No.
And the rest of the way down, just braid it like usual. So now we got the 2 braids on the top. Make sure we find up that gap. Okay. So you could leave the look like this if you wanted to, or it's just 2 braids and down. Or you can just grab the 2 ends of the rubber bands and crisscross it to where they meet. And in the center. And right there. And then put your little bow in. And it's not little, this is huge. I hate big bows, but it'll do. And then if you got your rubber band, you can either take your rubber band out. I like to leave it because sometimes, as crazy as she gets, they come out. So I'll leave it in and then I can just redo it if she's running around and stuff. But that's pretty much the look. I'm gonna get her bangs. Can you look at the camera? Go over here. Her little baby hairs. What are you doing? Can you smile? Can you smile? There you go. All right, so that's the finished look. And now for the last and final look, we are going to just do a ponytail with a fishtail braid. So put the hair up in a ponytail, however how you like it. I like it pretty high. Just gonna get the cuter look on her. Let me get my scrunchie, a rubber band, and tie it. Okay, so we got our little ponytail. What we're gonna do is we're going to fishtail braid it. So fishtail braiding is actually really simple. All you have to do is take 2 sections, and from each section you're gonna, oops. So the rubber band just broke, so I have to do it again. So I just put another little scrunchie in there. But what you do is, okay, take 2 sections, and you're gonna take a small section from each side and put it over to the other side, like that. Small section from this side, put it over to this side. Small section over to this side. Small section over to this side. So you just, that's pretty much all you do. Each section you grab it from the bottom and then pull it over on top. Ooh, that's thick. Let's see it there. And you just do that all the way down. Sorry, baby. Okay, and then all the way down, you go ahead and put your rubber band on the end. Like that. And there you got your little ponytail with a fishtail braid. It's very simple and it's a pretty braid look. So our ponytail is getting all kinds of hair everywhere, but, and then you can put a bow on it if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want.
Mommy, look.
Yeah, we can move that.
Take it off.
And that's what the style looks like. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I think this is probably like the easiest one, but some people didn't know this is a hairstyle, so I just showed it to you.